This is Ravenhawk again from Fast Working Love Spells. And I'm going to make a few short videos like these. And I'm going to post them on this channel on YouTube and on my website and most likely my Facebook page. Prior to now, for the past week or so, I was not into Facebook or Twitter. I don't even know what Twitter is. Um, I'm a very private person because of my work, obviously. Very private. But last year I've been going through some things with some neighbors of mine. And I'm not sure if they have pretended to be me in the past, but if they have, then this is what I would advise. When you fill out a contact form on my page, or you put some information into the chat box, if you can just call me for a few minutes, even if it's 2 minutes, just to hear this voice, that when you know you're talking to the right person, because my spirit name is Ravenhawk. And I'm not employing anyone at this time. I have an assistant and he's male. And I will make a video with him so you can see who he is. I have no other females working with me. So I'm going to get that out of the way. But today I wanted to talk about energy, or what in certain religious groups what they call spirit. Scientists would call this energy that Nikola Tesla spoke about. He said he doesn't know what it is. He was fascinated by it, completely fascinated by it. Doesn't know what it is or where it came from, but he knows that it exists. And it was the most fascinating thing he could ever see or ever dream of. And he knows that the whole universe revolved around it. That the universe was it, and it was the universe. Everything, every human being, every plant, every insect, every blade of grass, every piece of dirt, every sand, every drop of seawater is connected. So some people call that, if it depends, I guess, on if you're a scientist, then you would call it energy or a magnetic field that connects everything, like a cell phone, like a cell phone, my cell phone. It's not connected to wires, but it works. And to quote Bob Proctor, I love the way he said, "Do you know how it works?" He doesn't know how it works, but it works. And he made a quote about electricity that is kind of stuck in my mind. He says, "Do you know anything about electricity?" Because I don't. This I'm quoting him now. "Do you know anything about electricity?" I don't. "Do you know how it works?" I don't know how it works, but I'll tell you one thing. It can cook. You can use electricity to cook a man's dinner, and you can also use electricity to cook a man. And he's right. Because you can use it's the same power. Like, think of an outlet in a wall. I've got this heater slash air conditioner. I've got this laptop that I'm making this recording on. I've got a microwave. I've got stove. I've got TV. These things all plug into the same outlet. They require different frequencies. But they all use, it's the same current. They're tapped into the same current. Like the energy of money comes from the same current. The love life you want comes from the same current. The same source, I should say. Sorry, not current, but different currents. It's like this might be the energy of money right here. The energy of love might be right here. The energy of togetherness might be right here. The energy of career might be right here, or vice versa. It doesn't really matter. But it's all tapped into the same source, which people call source, like a big ball of energy. As scientists say, if you were to take a trip in a space shuttle, a rocket, and you go ways away from the Earth, and you look back at the Earth, it looks like a bowl of soup. There's no, it looks like a bowl of soup and it's all moving. Quick, it's all moving. It looks like a bowl of soup. It doesn't look like the way they depict it in pictures. It looks like a bowl of soup. What does a bowl of soup looks like? It's all jumbled up. It's not a smooth surface. So it looks like a bubbling bowl of soup or pot of soup. Um, one energy is, some people say that they're afraid of demons. Solomon was in the Bible. At that time, he was the richest man alive. He was also known as the smartest man alive, the wisest man alive. And he were dealing with what they call these 72 demons. Now, what they are really are fallen angels from the Goetia. So if you type in the 72 demons of the Goetia, you will get some information on them. What he used to do was to draw a pentagram, which is the Star of David, actually, just inverted, and conjure them up and bind them to the spot until they gave him what he wanted, whatever desires he had. God didn't punish him for that. But we don't bind anybody to any angels to the spot right now. We it's a different way of doing things. We communicate, the good witches who are just letting the spirituality take over. We communicate, we talk, we have conversations with them. It's like you can hear them in your head. I'm not talking about hearing voices. I'm talking about direct answers to questions you have. And so to use the 72 angels of the Goetia, it's nothing to be afraid of. This is quote unquote what people call black magic. Solomon used it. The Book of Solomon. Remember, there's only 66 books in the Bible. There's like 1,000 of them that are not included in the Bible. There are other literature, and they're still uncovering more literature from those periods of time. So the Bible is not complete in itself. So my thing is, because the Bible itself is just made up of 66 books of literature. That's all they found and they put it together. This is the Bible. This is a set of laws that you're supposed to live by. Um, Getting back to energy, I feel like I'm all over the place. I'm not really focused because I'm not accustomed to making videos. So bear with me. Um, Getting back to the energy and people talking about black magic and being afraid of black magic and not understanding what black magic is. If you remember in the 70s, you watch old movies, these satanic movies. They would be sacrificing some virgin or some child, and you have this man just appearing in a poof of smoke with a goat on his head and a staff in his hand, and he looks, like that's the kind of depiction that Hollywood has of fallen angels, especially Lucifer. Lucifer was actually one of the most beautiful angels that God created. Now, when people think of angels, well, I'll leave this for another video. When people think of angels, but I want to touch on it right now. When people think of angels, what do you think of? A curly hair or long flowing hair? No offense, but Caucasian male on a sword. That's instantly that's what comes to your mind because you've been programmed to believe that what this description signifies an angel. But if you were to read the Bible at The cherubims or the seraphims, these are surrounding God's throne, God's very throne himself. They tended to him. They're his personal attendants. They're nothing like curly hair, Caucasian, sword, nothing like that. If you see them, you would run in terror because you would think that's a demon. And they're actually tending the throne of God. Just read the Bible, it's in there. They're called seraphims and cherubims. This is not me making stuff up. Check it out. But anyway, getting rid of, like, getting back to the energy. The energy is always moving. It's always there, ready to give you what you want. As my friend, this is not my friends, but I like to call them my friends because they inspire. I'm inspired by listening to these people. He would say that the energy is there. It's for you. You just have to tap into it. You just got to tap into it and do whatever it's there to give you. It's not, God is not holding back your goodies from you. He is not holding back your cookies from you. But there's so much pre-programming in our minds that it does not allow us to see clearly. And this is where witches like me come in because I've done the work. I've put in the time. There were times when I was so, and this was a few years ago, when I was so depressed myself that I literally used to make fists and hit myself in the head. I've learned from that. I wouldn't do that again. I've learned from that. So I've been through, I've put in the time, I've put in the energy, so I understand how this works. And I just wanted to make this video out here that don't be afraid if you hear the words black magic. It's nothing to be afraid of. And energy is always moving. Anything you want is out there for you. Not everybody wants the same house. Not everybody wants the same swimming pool. Not everybody wants the same car. Not everybody wants the same person. You can have whatever you want. It's there for you. But what you got to do is remove the blocks that separates you from having, wanting versus having. The energy is there to give you whatever you want. It's there to give you whatever you want. And this is where I come in. But to sum it up, you shouldn't be afraid of black magic. It's the same energy that created the angels that are around God's throne right now, and the same energy that created the 72 demons of the Goetia. And it's the same energy that sustains them. Just think about that. The same energy sustains them. He did not just do away with them. He did not just make them disappear or kill them off or wipe them from people's memories. No, that's not how it works. So you shouldn't be afraid of black magic. When you hear the words black magic, don't be afraid. And always remember, you are the co-creator of your life. You can be, do, or have anything, as they say. And I firmly believe that. So just reach out to me, anytime you feel like it. One of the things, like I always say, I'm here for you. I'm here to answer questions because I love to explain things to people. I love to learn from them as well as impart knowledge. I always believe that they say if you can't always leave a space in a better frame, in a better leave the space in a better state than when you found it. Leave any space that you visit in a better state than when you found it. Peace out.